Dear students, welcome to online classes. Today we will start with the first PUC chapters of mathematics. See, first PUC mathematics total it has 16 chapters, in which ninth chapter is going to start now. That is sequences and series. Why ninth chapter directly means just to make sure that you feel easy with the first PUC mathematics. In SSLC also you have studied this concepts, that is sequences and series. 10ನೇ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಅನುಕ್ರಮಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಸರಣಿಗಳು ಅನುಕ್ರಮಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಸರಣಿಗಳು ಎನ್ನುವ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ನ ನೀವು 10ನೇ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಕಲಿತಿರೋ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಅದರದ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದು. ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ನ ನಾವು ಮೊದಲು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ PUC ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಈಸಿ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಈಸಿ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಮೊದಲು. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ನೋ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್? ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಟೇಕ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. There is a boy. Let me take his name A. There is a boy. His name is A. He wants to celebrate a festival with having so many sweets. So what he do? He goes to first shop. Means he goes to a shop and there he buys 2 sweets. Then after that he goes to another one shop. Let me name that shop as a second shop. So he buys 2 more sweets. Total now how many sweets he has? 4 sweets he has. Fine. And now he goes to third shop and buys 2 more sweets. So that 4 already he bought and 2 more in the sense total 6 types of sweets he has. Next he goes to fourth shop, buys 2 more sweets. Total how many sweets he has? 8 types of sweets he has. Means what I am trying to say here is these numbers 2, 4, 6 and 8. These are the numbers. These numbers are arranged according to a particular order. Means second term in the sense in this whatever the numbers are appearing, these are known as terms. This is first term, this is second term, and sixth one is third term. Means this 8 is fourth term. These terms will be named as A subscript 1. I will call it as A1. This is A2, A3, A4, like that it goes. Total 4 terms are there here. What is the link between the terms? ಈ ಟರ್ಮ್ಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಏನು? ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಯು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್, ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಅಬ್ಟೈನ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಆ್ಯಡಿಂಗ್ 2 ಟು ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಟರ್ಮ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಗೆ 2 ಅನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಟರ್ಮನ್ನು ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೌ ವಿಲ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್? ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ಆ್ಯಡಿಂಗ್ 2 ಟು ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಟರ್ಮ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಟರ್ಮ್? ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಬೈ ಆ್ಯಡಿಂಗ್ 2 ಟು ದ previous term, third term, that is 6. So in the same way it goes. Here these 2, 4, 6 and 8 are called as terms. Now what is the definition we will write for the sequence? Sequence ಗೆ definition ಏನು ಬರೀತೀರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, these are just the collection of numbers according to a particular order. Here is a order. Without order we are not collecting these numbers. So sequence definition you can write. It is a collection of numbers. It is a collection of numbers. In particular, if you want to say, you can say it as collection of things also. Nothing wrong. It is a collection of numbers according to a particular order. So what we say, collection of numbers according to a particular order is a sequence. and a sequence will be having so many terms. First term, second term, third term, and fourth term. Let me take its general term. Means here in first shop he buyed only 2 items. In second shop he buyed 2 more items. In the essence, total how many he has? 4 items he has. Like that it is proceeding. I want to know how many items will be there in the 50th shop. Like that I want to count. In the sense I should have a general term. What is the general term? See, general term also called as a nth term, that can be written as an. See, first term I have written a1, second term I have written a2, third term I have written a3, fourth term I have written a4. In the same way, 10th term will be written as a10, 20th term will be written as a20, nth term will be written as an. So, general term I can write for the given sequence. ಈ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಜನರಲ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ an is equal to 2n. ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಅಸ್, ಇದು ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತೈತೆ ನಮಗೆ? ಸಪೋಸ್ ಐ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ n is equal to 1, a1 is equal to 2 into 1, that is nothing but 2. Means it is giving us first term. Next, if I substitute n is equal to 2, what it gives us? It gives us a2, means second term. What is that? 2 into 2 means 4. This is the general term. In that general term, if we substitute the particular number, it gives us the term in that position. Third term, how much is the value? 6 here. Just by substituting n is equal to 3, I can get that 6. Let me go with another one example here. Mattond example tagolondre for the sequence. See, there is a culture. Culture in the sense, let me take, there is a medium. In that medium, there are 2 bacteria. ಎರಡು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ. Those bacteria will get divided into 2 after every hours. ಅಂದರೆ 1 hour ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗಿ 2 ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಹಾಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ at 0th hour, first hour, how many? Let me take 2 bacteria are there. ಅಂದರೆ 2 bacteria ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. If 1 hour completes, ಅಂದರೆ 1 hour complete ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ second hour ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ means how many bacteria will be there in the culture? ಆ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ? 2 get divided into 2 in the sense 2 plus 2 total 4 bacteria will be there. Next, third hour how many will be there? Previously 4 bacteria were there. 4 plus 4 will get divided into 2 in the sense total 8 bacteria will be there. Now coming to the fourth hour, in fourth hour how many will be there? 8 plus 8 total 16. Like that it goes. ಈ ತರ ಅದು ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. So here beginning how many? Here initially 2 bacteria were there and 1 hour completes, it becomes 4. Third hour means it becomes 8. Like that it is proceeding. See, first hour again you see here 2, 4, 8, 6 in the sense this is just an arrangement of numbers. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಂಬರ್ಗಳ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. First number 2, second number 4. How it is linked actually? This is second term is obtained by multiplying 2 to the previous term. And now coming to the third term, a1, a2, a3, a4, and the third term you see, third term is obtained by multiplying 2 to the previous term, that is second term. And what about the fourth term? Fourth term is obtained by multiplying 2 to the previous term. ನಾಲ್ಕನೇ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮೂರನೇ ಟರ್ಮ್ಗೆ ಎರಡನ್ನ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. See here again what we are observing here, we are observing arrangement of numbers. That is nothing but it comes to the definition of sequence. It is collection of numbers according to a particular order. ಅಂದರೆ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನೇ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಅನುಕ್ರಮಗಳು, ಕ್ರಮವಾಗಿ ನಂಬರ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಜೋಡಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹದ್ದೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್. Can we write the nth term for this? Yes, we can write the nth term. There is no rule like nth term exists for all. Sometimes nth term we will say verbally. We can write the nth term for this. See, nth term of the sequence can be written as an is equal to 2 to the power of n. 2 is to n. See, if we substitute n is equal to 1, it has to give us first term a1 is equal to 2 is to 1, that is nothing but 2. If we substitute n is equal to 2, means a2 is equal to 2 is to 2, 2 square 4, like that it proceeds. An will be nth term. This is the single concept which is sufficient for solving the first exercise of sequences and series chapter. Very simple, just finding the particular number they asked. Okay, we will write the definition of terms also. Term definition: a number occurring in a sequence is called a number occurring in a sequence is called a term. Okay, now let me take the problems which are given in NCERT textbooks. Let me solve these two problems. Write the first three terms in each of the following sequences. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಅನುಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ತ್ರೀ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಆ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ತ್ರೀ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್. We will solve these two problems, then we will go to the some more concepts related to the sequences. See, already I told you an, in the sense that it is the general term. Nth term will be given to us. If you substitute the particular number n is equal to 1, means it gives us the first term of the sequence. If you substitute n is equal to 2, means it gives us second term. If you substitute n is equal to 20, it gives us 20th term of the sequence. That's all. They asked you to find out first three terms. What you do? N is equal to 1, you substitute, it gives us first term. A1 is equal to 2 into 1 plus 5. This is nothing but sum. 2 into 1, 2 plus 5, sum. Next, n is equal to 2, you substitute. What it gives us? This gives us second term of the sequence. Means a2 is equal to 2 into 2 plus 5. Thus, this is nothing but 4 plus 5, answer is 9. You substitute n is equal to 3 to get the third term of the sequence. That is nothing but a3 is equal to 2 into 3 plus 5, 2 into 3, 6, 6 plus 5, 11. Simple question, such a simple question. Means whole exercise runs with such a simple question only. Therefore, the first three terms of the sequence are, what are those? 7, 9 and 11. That's all. Coming to the second question, that is an is equal to n minus 3 divided by 4. Here nth term of a sequence is given to us. Means nth term of another one sequence is there. To get this, what you do? Means to get the first three terms, you substitute n is equal to 1. a1 is equal to 1 minus 3 divided by 4. This is nothing but minus 2 by 4. 2 ones are 2 2s. So answer is minus 1 by 2. First term of the given sequence, n minus 3 by 4. Whose nth term is n minus 3 by 4 is minus 1 by 2. Now to get the second term, what you do? You substitute n is equal to 2. This is nothing but a2 is equal to 2 minus 3 divided by 4. 2 minus 3 minus 1. Minus 1 by 4 is the second term of the given sequence. Next, by substituting n is equal to 3, this is a3 is equal to 3 minus 3 by 4. 0 by 4 is nothing but 0. Therefore, the first three terms are What are those? Minus 1 by 2, comma, minus 1 by 4, comma, 0. These are all the first three terms. This is how these two problems. Very easy problems actually. Now let me explain some more concepts related to the sequences. See, sequence. There will be some special sequences also. Let me explain one special sequence that is known as a Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci, he is a scientist. Fibonacci ಅನ್ನೋರು ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದಿದ್ರು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರ ಹೆಸರನ್ನೇ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. ವೇರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೂ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ A1 and A2 ಆರ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್. A1 ಮತ್ತು A2 ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೂ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಆ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ, 1 and 1. Now third term onwards, what happens? Third term is just sum of previous two terms. ಮೊದಲ ಎರಡು ಪದಗಳ ಮೊತ್ತ. So 1 plus 1, 2. This is third term of the sequence. Now what happens to the fourth term of the sequence? Fourth term of the sequence is again sum of previous two terms. What are the previous two terms? 1 and 2. 1 plus 2, 3. Next here this term will be sum of previous two terms. 2 plus 3, 5. Now 5 plus 3, 8. This is how it goes. This is a Fibonacci sequence. Again you see there is a arrangement of numbers. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಂಬರ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ. Sir, is there can be repetition of numbers? Yes, repetition of numbers is allowed. Here repetition of numbers is allowed. Fine. How will you write it in general? In general ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರೀಬಹುದ್ರಿ? First two terms, A1 is equal to 1, A2 is equal to 1, that is fixed. For the third term onwards, we can write it in general. How? AN is equal to sum of previous two terms. Those are A subscript n minus 2 plus A subscript n minus 1. Where what are the values for n? We should restrict for n. So n should be greater than 2. n 2 greater ಇರಬೇಕು. Since 3, 4, 5, 6 ಈ ಥರ ನಾವು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. Let me check one thing. Means third term I will check. To get this third term, what you do? You substitute n is equal to 3 in this general term. A3 is equal to A subscript 3 minus 2 means 1 plus next A subscript 3 minus 1 means 2. A1 plus A2 it is means 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. See, we are getting this term. Means this is a special type of sequence known as a Fibonacci sequence. Coming to types of sequences. Types of sequences, we will define two types of sequences here. First one is finite sequence and next one is infinite sequence. Let me explain finite sequence. Finite means what? Finite means a definite. So if a sequence has a definite number of elements, then we say that type of sequences as a finite sequences. That's all. In the sense it will be having countable number of terms. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಟರ್ಮ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದ್ರಿ. ಅದು ಟರ್ಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟರ ದೊಡ್ಡದಿರಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಕೌಂಟಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಎಂಡ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಫೈನೈಟ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ರೈಟ್ ದಿ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್. A sequence having finite number of terms, a sequence having finite number of terms is called finite sequence. What are the example for this? Examples, let me take 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. How many terms I wrote? Just 5 terms I am writing here. Means a definite number of terms are there. This is a first type sequence, finite sequence. Now let me go with the second one, that is infinite sequence. Name itself says infinite, means a indefinite number of terms are there in that. Means there is no end for the counting. Infinite sequence. Very simple. A sequence having infinite number of sequence having infinite number of terms is called as a infinite sequence. What are the examples? 1, 3, 5, so on. These 3 dashes indicates that there are infinite number of terms. Means this sequence continues like this. This sequence continues 1, 3. These are nothing but a collection of odd numbers here according to a particular order. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, like that it goes. Now one more concept. Now up to this I told you about the word sequence here in the heading. Now coming to the second word used, that is nothing but series. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಣಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. What is a series? Very simple. There is no nothing to deal with the series. What do you say? If a1, a2, a3, so on up to an is a given sequence, then the expression a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus so on up to an. If it is up to an, then up to an you have to take the sum is called as series associated with the sequence. ಈ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದರೆ a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus so on up to an. This is the definition of series. Very simple. Whatever the terms are there in the sequence, you take sum of all those terms. That's all. That will be the series. ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅಂದರೆ ಅನುಕ್ರಮವಾಗಿ ಜೋಡಣೆ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಪದಗಳದ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಸಮ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಕೂಡಿಸಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಸರಣಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸರಣಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಹಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ a1 plus a2 plus a3 so on up to an can also be written using a summation symbol. It is a Greek letter called as epsilon. Sorry, this is called as sigma. How will you use the sigma? Summation of ai, where I varies from 1 to n. This means a1 plus a2 plus a3 so on up to an. Let me give some more examples for this summation. Summation of I square, where I varies from 1 to 4 is there. What does it mean? Just it means that I will take the values from 1 to 4. I 1 ಇಂದ 4 ವರೆಗೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದ್ರಿ. When it takes 1, this will be 1 square. Next we should put plus here. Then I takes 2 square. I takes 3 square. I takes up to 4. Means this is 4 square. This is the meaning of summation. Summation of I square, I varies from 1 to 4. So this is what it means. In the same way here, a1 plus a2 plus a3 so on up to an we have written using the symbol summation. Let me take another example for summation. Summation of k raised to I is there, where I varies from 1 to 5. What does it mean? It means that I is taking the values from 1 to 5. Others will be constant only, they will be kept as it is. I is equal to 1. This is nothing but k raised to 1 plus I is equal to 2, k raised to 2 plus k raised to 3 plus k raised to 4 plus k raised to 5. It is taking the values from 1 to 5. That's all. This is about a series here. If they ask you to find out if they ask you to write the definition of the series, just to write if a1, a2, a3 so on up to an is a given sequence, then the expression a1 plus a2 plus a3 so on up to an is called the series associated with the sequence. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತ ಇದು ಒಂದು series ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ.